Welcome to the Explainer. You know that 5G that makes your phone ridiculously fast? Well, it's about to completely change one of the oldest industries on the planet, shipping. Today, we're diving into how this tech is going to connect these massive ships on the high seas and honestly reshape all of global trade.
So, here's our game plan. First, we're going to look at the big problem, this huge communication gap out at sea. Then, we'll see how 5G comes in as the solution, changing both the ships and the ports. And finally, we'll talk about the challenges and what this new future really looks like.
All right, let's set the scene. In a world that runs on instant everything, the oceans are, believe it or not, a total digital desert. We're going to explore why the shipping industry has been so cut off for so long.
Think about that for a second. It's such a great question because it gets right to the heart of the paradox. We build these incredible floating cities that can haul mountains of cargo, but the second they leave port, they're basically off the grid.
And this communication gap, it's not just some minor inconvenience. It's a massive source of inefficiency. A ship out there is pretty much a data island, completely unable to tap into all the real-time tech we just take for granted everywhere else.
Okay, so now let's bring in the hero of our story, the tech that's going to bridge this gap, 5G. And trust me, for this industry, it is so much more than just making your phone a little faster.
This timeline just lays it out perfectly, right? Every new G unlocks something totally new. 1G gave us phone calls on the go, 4G gave us stuff like Netflix and the cloud, but 5G? That's a whole different animal. It was built for a world where everything is connected, from your watch to a massive cargo crane.
And the analogy the experts use is just perfect. If 4G is your reliable family car, it gets the job done, then 5G is a Formula One race car. It's not just a bit faster, it's a quantum leap in what it can actually do. So what's under the hood of this F1 racer?
First, you've got just raw, mind-blowing speed. We're talking 20 gigabits per second. To give you an idea, that's fast enough to download a full-length, high-def movie in like a few seconds. For ship, it means streaming tons and tons of data from all its sensors all at once without a single hiccup.
Second, and this might be even more important, is latency. That's the delay, right? The lag. With 5G, it's less than 1 millisecond. It's basically instant. This is the magic ingredient that makes things like real-time remote control not just a cool idea, but something you can actually rely on.
And finally, there's density. 5G can handle 1 million different connected devices in a single square kilometer. That's 10 times what 4G could do. This is what you need to turn a crazy complex place like a port or a giant ship into one seamless connected network.
So, okay, you've got these incredible tech superpowers, insane speed, zero lag, massive density. How does that actually change life on a container ship out in the middle of nowhere?
Well, a 5G ship basically comes alive. The engine can send an alert before a part breaks down. The cargo containers can tell you their exact temperature every second. Advanced sensors can give you a perfect picture of what's around you, and the ship itself can talk to the port to time its arrival down to the minute. It's a total game changer.
And this quote just nails the human side of it. We're already seeing this happen in places like Norway with remote-controlled ferries. The captain isn't just one person on one boat anymore. They're becoming this highly skilled manager in a control center on land, making things safer and more efficient for a whole fleet of ships at once.
But this whole revolution doesn't just stop at the water's edge. In fact, that's where things really kick into high gear, in the new 5G-powered smart port.
So let's just get a picture in our heads of a port today. It's kind of like organized chaos, right? It's loud, it's super busy, and it relies on a ton of people working with heavy machinery and pretty dangerous conditions.
Now just flip that image completely. A smart port is all about digital precision. Cranes are being operated from quiet offices. Robotic vehicles are zipping around with containers. Drones are flying around doing inspections. It's less like a noisy construction site and more like a high-tech logistics hub. So let's just take the job of a crane operator. Thanks to 5G, they can get a bunch of crystal-clear video feeds with literally zero lag. So they can do this really complex, really dangerous job from the comfort of a safe office. It's better for them, and they can be even more precise.
And look, the industry itself totally gets it. This isn't just some fun tech demo. A whopping 75% of port operators say automation is absolutely essential if they want to stay competitive. For them, this is a must-have, not a nice-to-have.
But, a change this massive is never a perfectly smooth ride. There are some really big hurdles we have to get over before this vision is a reality everywhere.
Yeah, there are about 5 big ones. First, the cost. Building all this out is going to be incredibly expensive. Second, cybersecurity. When everything's connected, you create a much bigger target for hackers. Then you've got the rules and regulations, which are way behind the tech. Plus, you need a whole new type of worker. And then there's the big one, just getting people to trust it.
So when you put it all together, the huge potential and the very real challenges, what's the big picture? Where's this all really heading for the future of shipping?
Here's the bottom line. 5G isn't just another upgrade. It's the key. It's the fundamental piece of the puzzle you need to unlock real automation in the Internet of Things for this entire industry. It's what's going to make everything safer, smarter, and way more efficient.
And I want to be super clear, this is not some far-off futuristic dream. This is happening right now. There are major projects building automated ports and autonomous ships underway as we speak in Europe, in the US, and in Asia. The future is getting here fast.
And that really leaves us with one last big question. The technology is proving that it works. It's powerful, it's reliable, but the biggest challenge might not be technical at all. It might just be us, and whether we're actually ready to hand over the controls and trust this new automated future.